All right, students. So in this video, we are going to continue to talk about place value as it relates to decimals. So let's start off with just a whole number. Now, if we read this whole number, it says 526. That's 526. And we should know that the 6 is in the ones place, the 2 is in the tens, and the 5 is in the hundreds. And what that means is I have 6 ones, 2 tens or 20, and 5 hundreds or the number 500. So we already know about how to identify place value for whole numbers. Now let's add a decimal. What we have to know is, now that I added that decimal there, I still will read numbers to the left of the decimal as a whole number. This is still 526. Now what I have to know is, to the left of my decimals, I have my whole numbers, where the 6 is still in the ones place, the 2 is still in the tens, and the 5 is still in the hundreds. Adding that decimal has not affected anything to the left of what we should already know about place value. Now, when we add a digit to the right, these will now have different place values. So what we have to know now is that to the right of the decimal, we have those fractional parts, and therefore my place values are going to change. The first digit to the right of the decimal is in the 10th spot. That's in the 10th spot, okay? The second digit to the right of the decimal is in the 100th spot. And the third digit to the right, 1, 2, 3 of the decimal to the right, is in the 1000th spot. Thousandth spot. So when we are identifying place value, the first thing I need to know, well, am I identifying a place value to the left of my decimal or to the right? Because if it's to the left of the decimal, those are my whole numbers. I know the first digit to the left of the decimal is in the ones, tens, hundreds. Now I have to put in memory that the first digit to the right of the decimal, well, that's 10th. The second digit, 100th, and the third digit, thousands. So now, if I have a number like this, and it tells me to underline, and it tells me to identify the place value of the underlying number, the first thing I'm going to see, well, is the underlying number to the left or the right of my decimal. If it's to the left, I know it's whole numbers, and I'm starting off with ones, tens, hundreds. If it's to the right, I'm starting off with tenth, hundreds, thousands. Now I see that the 5 has the underline on it, and it's on the right side of the decimal. So the first value to the right side is 10th. Therefore, this 5 would be in the 100 spot. So when I'm answering this, I know the 5 would be in the 100 spot. That would be my answer. So it's important that we know that to the left, those are still whole numbers. Do not confuse that. That's 368. 368 to the left. To the right, that's 457 thousandths, because the last place value is in the thousand spot. So we have to be able to first identify, is it asking me something to the left of the decimal or the right of the decimal? And then I just got to know my place values. Once again, to the left of the decimal, we start off in the ones. Ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, and we keep going. To the right of the decimal, the first place value is tenth, hundredth, thousand, and we can keep going to 10,000 and so on and so forth. I hope this video was helpful.